Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Ariel Helwani Meets. Of course, we're here in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. We're sitting next to royalty, the Raw Women's Champion, the one who'll be defending her title in a matter of hours. SummerSlam, Nissan Stadium, hometown, right? Home state, big time, home field advantage, as they say in football, going up against her bitter rival, arch nemesis, Becky Lynch. The one and only Bianca Belair is here with us. Thank you for the time, Bianca. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wow, there's a lot to talk about regarding this, and I know you've talked a lot this week about Full Circle a year ago and whatnot. Could I ask you, that night, like I remember seeing a lot of videos, fans in the stadium at Allegiant Stadium, they were so mad. It was almost like they were personally offended by how that match went. 26 seconds, it's been talked about ad nauseum. If we had a camera on you, backstage, how are you after that match?
Mixed emotions. Of course, first person through the curtain was my husband, which is always really nice to have. Like, being that my husband is in this business, I have someone that I can celebrate my highs with, but also someone that I can lean on for my lows. And it was like one of the lowest moments in my career, and it was like very hard for me to navigate my feelings after that moment. Just the feelings of like embarrassment in front of my family, in front of my fans, a moment of like, okay, I feel like I was doing everything right and this happened, so where do I go from here? But then it was a weird part of me where I didn't know where to direct my anger or sadness at, right? Becky Lynch, she comes back, and how can you get mad at someone for capitalizing on the opportunity, and she went and had a baby and came back. And so in a way it was like, wow, that's inspiring, but at my cost of me losing my title. So it was hard. And so for me, it was just all about redemption and trying to figure out where, like, is this more so redemption about me or more so redemption towards Becky? So it was just mixed emotions of trying to figure out where to direct my sadness and anger and frustration in that moment.
Did you feel as though it had ruined everything you had done? Like a lot of your fans were so mad because they felt it tarnished the title reign, tarnished your moment, even dating back to WrestleMania. Did you feel the same?
In that moment?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Like I said, I feel like I'm like, okay, I did everything right. I main event at WrestleMania. I was the rookie. I won the title. I went and won an ESPY off of this match. I'm just getting started, and I could feel myself starting to rise, and right when I felt like I was almost about to break through, was just snatched all away in 26 seconds at that. Not in a 26-minute match, but 26 seconds. So I felt like, is this the last thing that people are going to remember? Does this erase everything that I've done before? Does this stop my momentum? Where do I go from here? So in that moment, that was how I felt. And I knew how I felt. I didn't know how the fans were going to feel. You have Becky Lynch who comes back, and is everybody so excited about Becky Lynch coming back that they're going to forget about me and all the things that I have accomplished? And so that's what was going on through my mind until my mom was the one who told me, because I didn't go on social media. And because I was just like, it was hard. I was like, okay, I went out there, I did my job and did it with a smile on my face, and went out there and I tried to be the EST, but lost the title in 26 seconds. And, I put on a brave face in front of everyone, but, I went and cried in the car afterwards with my mom. And, she was the one who told me, no, everybody's getting behind you. Everybody is upset. And I was like, really? And so that made me feel really good to know that my fans were supporting me.
Did you go on social media after hearing that?
A little. I just went on there to kind of see, like, feel out what was going on. And once I saw, like, a lot of the support that was happening, and I was like, whoa, this is not what I expected. They're not forgetting about me. They're supporting me. They're upset. They're if anything, they're even more behind me. And, I had a moment with John Cena afterwards, who really pulled me aside and was all about perspective. And, in my mind, after that moment, I was like, okay, let me show everyone who the EST is without the title. I'm still the EST WWE, and it's time to show everybody that. So it was really my fans who really picked me up out of that rut that I was in after SummerSlam.
Did he come up to you, or did you come up to him? How did that happen?
He came up to me.
Wow.
He came up to
Did
me
he
backstage.
see you upset? What made you, like, why do you think he did that?
I think, someone like John Cena, a legend in the game, someone who's been here through so much and seen so much, and seen their highs and their lows through their career, and how, he's someone who's been here for so many years and has been able to be at the top of his game no matter if he is here or comes back. I just really appreciated him seeing someone like a rookie like me, and maybe not knowing how is she taking this? Does she feel like this is going to stop her momentum? And so he just pulled me aside, and that's someone who John Cena is. He's a teacher, and he always comes through, and he always tries to give wise words to everyone. And so the fact that he took the time to pull me aside and pour into me and invest into me some wisdom, I'm just grateful for that. But he came up to me, he more so was just like, where's your head at right now? Like, how do you feel?
Wow.
And I remember talking to him, he was like, okay, so how do you truly feel?
Wow.
And so really, like,
that's a vet right there.
Yeah, cut everything else out. How do you truly feel in this moment right now? And so we had a real heart to heart. And so he gave me some gems that I'm just going to carry with me for the rest of my career.
Would you have felt better if it was a 26-minute match but ended in a loss, as opposed to a 26-second match that ended in a loss?
Looking back, in the moment, I was like, wow, 26 seconds, really? Why couldn't it be 26 minutes
Right.
at least? But looking back, no, because you have to think about it. Becky, she was gone for almost over a year, had a baby. Had we come back and we went 26 minutes and she had beaten me, where would I go from there? What would I have to say about that? Versus she comes back, and I always say she wasn't prepared. She just got lucky. She got lucky in those 26 seconds. I mean, I was shocked that she came back and not making excuses. I've never tried to make excuses for that moment, but had she beat me in a 26-minute match where we're going toe-to-toe and she just was the last woman standing, then she's just the better woman. In that moment, knowing that she just got lucky, caught me off guard, 26 seconds, I was able to climb my way back to the top and say, hey, if we go toe-to-toe in this ring, you really know what's going to happen right now. And I think that she knew that in the back of her mind. I knew that in the back of my mind. And so all throughout our feud of her just continuing to try to just at all costs not give me my rematch, it continued to make me have more confidence, knowing like, I know and you know the truth. So when we get back to this at eventually WrestleMania, we'll really see who comes out on top.
And do you feel as though, like, if we would have talked that night in Las Vegas and someone would have said, don't worry, it's all going to end up a year later, you're going to be in your home state, you're going to be the champ, like, would you have believed that, or you were skeptical?
Skeptical.
Okay.
So skeptical. No, I had, in that moment, I had no idea. In that moment, I thought, well, it was a good short run, I guess. I had no idea what was going to happen. If you would have told me that, fast forward, I would have worked my way back to the top, to WrestleMania, that the next SummerSlam we will be basically right back in the same position with me walking in as champion. I would have never really thought that it would have come full circle in this way. But that's the thing about being in WWE. You never know what's going to happen, and there's so many different possibilities. But now looking back, I'm like, it all makes sense, and we're right back where we were last year.
By the way, how's your relationship with Becky?
My relationship with Becky, I mean, this is the thing. I respect Becky so much. She's like my number one rival. There's so much history there, and just so much animosity there, from her taking the title from me in 26 seconds to her trying to cut my hair, then I cut her hair, and then me taking the title from her at WrestleMania. It's so much animosity there, but at the end of the day, you can't, like, I don't think from me or from her, you can't lie that there has to be some level of mutual respect there. The way that we've been able to carry this feud for a year, being in the ring with someone like Becky Lynch, like she brings the best out of me. character-wise, wrestler-wise, inside the ring, outside the ring. I mean, she has really, the things she has done for women in WWE and for the women's division, the way she's pushed it forward, the way she makes sure that it's at the forefront of everything, the way she makes sure is that we're held in the important light, and she fights for it, like inside the ring and outside the ring. She's just an inspiration to me, and I want to continue to, follow in her footsteps of what she's done for women's wrestling. And so I can't help but have a mutual respect for Becky Lynch.
Is your mom going to be there on Saturday night?
And my mom and my dad and my brother and my mother-in-law, my stepkids, they're all going to be there.
I'm just wondering, if all goes well on Saturday, full circle a year later, you can have maybe some happy tears with your mom backstage, right?
Yeah, definitely. She was the one who was with me after SummerSlam in the hotel room, me just like talking to her and venting to her. And she's been there every step of the way. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully, like you said, having some tears, but they're happy tears this time. So I think that she's more nervous probably than me for SummerSlam, just being a parent and wanting your kid to succeed, but knowing that like there's nothing she can do to help but watch. So, I feel like I have a huge weight on my shoulders too going into SummerSlam. Like, it's not just me, but those fans that were so upset at SummerSlam last year, my parents that were upset to now be here at SummerSlam this year. I don't want to let them down either, just as much as I don't want to let myself down.
Can't wait for it. If WrestleMania was any indication, this is going to be a classic. I would be shocked if it lasts 26 seconds. Thank you for the time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
It goes down Saturday. BT Sport Box Office is where you can check it out. It's SummerSlam. It's Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Do not miss it.